The game is titled Up the River and Down the River. Hi Dawnies, welcome back to my channel. Okay, I'm going to try this premiere thing again. Basically, while the video's playing, you guys can chat in the chat box and we can communicate about this subject. If you aren't a Dawnie, what's your problem? Go ahead and subscribe, because you know what? Even though I'm lively on camera, I am disabled. And with that said, I need you to help the disabled watch my fable so I don't have to beg you. So you see that title? Yes, I stopped drinking at the age of 21-ish. Most people start at 21, but I stopped at 21. Now, here we go. Let me give a little background. I didn't really start drinking until I was about 13, but I really didn't drink. It was just my mom signed a permission slip for me to have a little wine on my junior high trip in Italy and Greece, because in Italy and Greece, you can start drinking at the age of 13. So that was my little background, but I really didn't like it. I didn't drink that much. Only time that my mom would allow me to drink once I got back to the States was during New Year's, where I could drink a little bubbly. And I kind of liked that because it was sweet and bubbly, but she didn't let me drink too much. It wasn't until my later teens that I started drinking more, because my life had a major shift. My mom became a drug addict. My dad wasn't very consistent in my life. My grandparents moved about maybe 2 hours away from me, so they were no longer next door. And my friends, they didn't really know how to give me moral support, I think because they were dealing with their own family drama. So with that said, I turned to the bottle. To the point where when I went to high school, I would have Cisco in my thermos. Now, if you guys don't know what Cisco is, they actually took it off the market because it was killing people. But at that time, it was considered to be like liquid crack, and it was addictive because it was a wine cooler, but it was really strong. I don't remember how much proof alcohol it had in it, but it was too much. But I would have that in my thermos at school and just sip on it throughout the day so I can cope with all the drama that was going on in my teenage life. And with my teenage mind, I decided to become more sophisticated and drink gin. But no, we don't mean like, screwdrivers or whatever else they mix gin with. No, I decided we're going to drink it straight. So I got rid of the Cisco and decided I'm too good for Cisco. We're going to drink gin. And plus it looked like water, so when I did go to school, I was cool with it being in my thermos. Now on the weekends, you already know, since I grew up in LA, you know what the choice was. I don't know why we drank that nasty stuff that it smells like stuff that comes out your body. Don't drink it. Anyway, it was that it was, Old English. That is the most nastiest stuff on the planet Earth. But I'm hanging with the wrong crowd and I'm thinking this is what we do. We drink Old English. Yeah. Gross. With that said, by the time I got to college, since I had been drinking since 13 on, I'm thinking, I know how to handle my liquor. Basically, one of I thought was my tricks to handle my liquor was to make sure I eat a lot of bread and crackers first to absorb all the acid in my stomach, so when I drink more acid, I won't get too sloppy drunk. That was my plan. Except for one day when my friends decided that we're going to play this game that we learned from an off-campus party like maybe a couple weeks prior. We're going to play this game called Up the River and Down the River. Let me see if I can try to remember this game, because I may have a few brain cells gone, but I'm still here. If memory serves me correctly, everyone gets an even stack of cards or a deck of cards. And when you're going up the river and you flip over a card, whoever in the group has the highest card has to take that many shots. Now, you know, gin was my choice, so we were taking shots of gin. For the life of me, I can't remember what determines when you go down the river so you can take less shots, but we were going up the river. And during this time, I'm trying to eat crackers. Now, I should have ate the crackers like an hour before, but no, I'm trying to eat the crackers while we're playing the game. Like, that's gonna work. Evidently, somebody must have dealt me the high hand, because all my cards kept coming up high, and I just got drunk beyond drunkenness, to the point where, of course, I had to go pray to the porcelain god, and then I was blind. That didn't stop me from wanting to go to the on-campus party. So I told my friends, even though I'm sloppy drunk, just finished praying to the porcelain god, to guide me across the yard to the party. See, the way the school was set up, because it was a Christian school with a whole bunch of heathens and wretched people, including myself. We had a girl's side and a boy's side, and there was a church in the middle. And I think the church was set up to kind of keep us chasing, but that didn't stop us. Anywho, so I'm asking my friends, guide me across the campus to go to this party. Now, the way the party was situated, it was more by the boys' dorms. I didn't make it to the party. I made it to one of the boys' dorms. See, this is why you don't get sloppy drunk. However, even though I was in the boys' room, I was hyper vigilant. I mean, beyond hyper vigilant. Anytime somebody came in the room, I would sit up like, what? What you want? What you want? Because I heard too many stories. Can't even talk. I had heard too many stories of drunk girls getting a train pulled on them, and that was not going to be my story, even though I had my other trauma, but that wasn't going to be my story. So anytime somebody came in the room, I would sit up and be like, what? What you want? Ready to fight. So that was the only thing that was in my mind, even though I was drunk, couldn't see, could barely walk, but I'm ready to fight somebody if they tried to do something that they weren't supposed to do without my permission. We're not doing that. I did other dumb stuff with my permission, but that was not what we were going to do. Not that day, not ever. I shouldn't be laughing, but as my pastor's wife said, I wasn't 25 yet, so my frontal lobe was not fully developed. Plus, I'm drinking, so my brain cells are already slowly disappearing. Yeah. So this story is the reason why I stopped drinking around the age of 21, because I was so blind, couldn't see, and still wanted to go to the party. And didn't make it to the party, but thank goodness the Lord was still watching my wretched self and kept me safe that night. So young people, I just want you to heed my warning. Do not be influenced by your friends with alcohol and weed and edibles and whatever else to sort your mind, because you're not fully developed. Even though you think you're grown, believe me, you don't know. just live a little longer, prayerfully, and you'll find out. And if you are dealing with family drama, get help. Do not try to medicate yourself with drugs, alcohol, marijuana. It doesn't work. It just numbs the pain for a while, but the pain's still going to be there when you come back to your senses. And you know, there are states out there that actually has free mental health, so don't take it as a stigma if you need mental health. Take it. It'll be so much better than trying to drown all your tears in a bottle and drugs and whatnot. So yes, that is my PSA for this video. I think I said in the beginning of the video I was going to leave some time. There's going to be some time lapse at this video so we can discuss it in the chat room while the video is playing. So I'm going to say my outro, but I'm going to stay on here for a few moments so we can discuss the traumatic things that happen to young people and why they turn to different situations to try to cope with drama in their life. With that said, Dawnies, don't forget to toast to life. Just don't get drunk, because it makes for a great story. And I'll see you guys in the chat room. Really? People are going to call me while I'm filming? That has never happened before. I don't know what area code is 210. I don't know. I have to call them back. Actually, let me put this on pause just in case it's important. As I was saying before I was rudely interrupted by the telephone. So the game is called Up the River, Down the River. Oh, now my foot has a cramp in it. Maybe I'm not supposed to tell this story. Anyway, as I was saying before I was rudely interrupted,
Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe, click the notification bell, and check to receive all notifications.